Happy pandemic. It's Friday. It's Friday. Excuse me. Happy pandemic Friday to you. Happy pandemic Friday to you. Happy pandemic Friday to you. Stay home, stay safe. If you go out, wear a mask. Hi guys. It's Friday. Friday. I don't know. You tell me. Hello, Thomas. How are you? Happy Friday. I hope everybody's well. I hope you're all in good spirits and loving life, right? Hi, Thomas. It is hot. It is hot and muggy. I actually have my little mini fan right here. Look at that. That is how hot and muggy it is. It's gross. I'm in Florida, for those who don't know. And yeah, tell me, what's the weather like near you guys? Good morning, Miss Sherry. Sherry's a 6. Good morning, Lori. Hi, Gemma. How are you guys? So we're on, I think this is week 2. Good morning, Maria. I think this is week 2 of our being on exactly at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I'm curious what you guys think. Do you like the more consistent time? Do you like the time we've chosen? Would you rather it go earlier? Would you rather it be a little bit later? I'm going to be honest with you, it probably won't go later. Hi, Aunt Marilyn. Just because that kind of messes with my schedule a little bit. So, but if we wanted a little bit earlier, I probably could do that. Good morning, Miss Tracy. All right, let's go ahead and share. It is hot. It is going to be so hot, Lori. We are going to live in the sprinkler. I'm not even joking. Paula's in Florida too. Hello, Paula in Florida. How are you? So go ahead and leave your mental health number in the comments. For those who are new, your mental health number goes from a 1, which is bad, to a 10, which is wonderful. And we're just kind of every morning, every weekday morning, giving ourselves a little assessment of how we're feeling, how we're doing, where we're at, so that we can, just monitor that and hopefully do something to make ourselves feel a little bit better. Oh, Laura's a 3. Boo. I am so sorry, sweetheart. And then the second part of that is, please, if you see someone below a 5, go ahead and reach out to them. Reply to their comment. If you want to send them a private message, that's fine. And just say, we're thinking of you, and we hope that your day gets brighter and things are better. Look, Tina's a 10. Holy moly, Thomas is a 10. What? Sherry's a 4. I'm so sorry, Sherry. So yeah, I think it's really important. Oh, Laura lost her dog this week. Girl, that is, I'm impressed that you're as high as you are. That is hard. That is hard. We lost our dog, one of our dogs, last year, and I think I cried for a week straight. It's hard. I'm really sorry about that. So yeah, I really am. Paula says I'm probably an 8, always room for improving, right? I kind of feel that way about myself. I don't know. Do I ever hit a 10? I don't know. Maybe if I won the lottery. I don't know. And then just a reminder, there are things, obviously these are not like pull you out of a deep depression things, but things that I do personally to kind of lift my number on days that are really low is I go for a walk, I call a friend, I have a glass of wine in the afternoon, take a long bubble bath, read a book, stay off the internet. That's a big one. That's a big one. That one draws me down. I mean, maybe it doesn't for everyone. Maybe it lifts your spirits to look at Instagram and see all your friends. Although I did, it was interesting. Somebody pointed out recently that oh, thanks, Andrea. Somebody pointed out something that I thought was interesting recently, and ever since having pointed it out, I stumbled on those, sorry. I've found that it's very true. So somebody pointed out that Facebook is kind of a downer a lot of times, but Andrea, you're a sweetheart. But the Instagram is a lot more upbeat and happy. So if you don't fall into the comparison trap, that is, if you're a person that falls into the comparison trap really easily, then I think Instagram is dangerous. But Facebook tends to get really politicized and judgy, and I'm just as guilty of it. I'm not saying I'm not. I throw my fair share opinion articles on my personal page. I obviously don't do it on our page and my personal page. I keep very personal. And those of you who have sent me personal friend requests, please don't take offense to the fact that I don't accept them. I literally only have people I know personally in real life on my friends list. It's not a judgment call. It's just when you put yourself on the internet all the time, sometimes you need that like little safe space. So that is mine. It's not personal. I love you all. I think you're amazing. And you can always reach out to me via message on the Mama Loves Food page or the Dinner Hero page, or send me a direct message, on email, april@mamalovesfood.com. You're welcome to do that. So, yeah, anyway, but yeah, I'm totally, hi Lane, I'm totally guilty of it. I definitely put stuff up that's inciting sometimes, right? So I find that Facebook is definitely more of and this person pointed this out. It was I think it was in the Dax Shepard podcast that I've talked about before, the Armchair Expert podcast. If you haven't listened to it, I really, really do love that one. But yeah, if you're looking for like bright, pick me up, everyone's happy stuff, go over to Instagram. And that's, like I said, if you don't fall into the comparison trap, which I do sometimes, so sometimes I have to turn off my Instagram and just not pay attention to it, right? But that's the place to kind of get a pick me up, versus Facebook, which can do that, right? Like if you're following the right people, but also can kind of drag you down with politics and opinions and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, I just thought that was an interesting, what do you call it? Not conversation, but, realization, I guess. Tracy says, people sometimes forget when you post on Facebook, you open yourself up to everyone. Yeah, for sure. You do. You open yourself up. But also, I think it's good to share opinions. And I also think it's really important to be respectful. You know, my dad and I do not agree on a lot. So much we don't agree on. But we can still have respectful back and forth, right? Like, he very much doesn't agree with a lot of my political opinions and my just worldview, right? And that's fine. He's one of my best friends. He might be my, beyond West. I think he's probably my best friend. And we can have that discourse without it getting nasty, right? But a lot of people don't know how to do that. So Robin says, I don't know how you would manage if we all showed up in your regular feed, right? I know. It would be a lot. I get about a half a dozen friend requests after, each, not maybe, two to six after each, live show. So it would be overwhelming to me. And I think everybody, Robin says, I didn't even want to add my dad. I'm not going to lie. I am tempted to mute my dad every now and again, but I think it's also, I think what happens when we only surround ourselves with people who agree with everything we say, we insulate ourselves from other opinions. And I don't think that's healthy. I think we need to be able to see other people's opinions and maybe reflect on whether they have some merit, right? Like, just because I don't agree with everything he says doesn't mean I don't agree with some of it. It doesn't mean he hasn't changed my mind or vice versa on some topics, right? So I think it's important to not have this bubble, because, when you're just constantly having the same, you end up in an echo chamber, right? Sherry, I am not always put together. I love you for saying that, though. Thank you. I'm just wearing underwear on the bottom. No, I'm just kidding. I am wearing pants because I had to walk out to my camper, but, I do not have it all together. But I will say, when you only have the same opinions being repeated back to you, you end up in this echo chamber, and you seem to think that the whole world agrees with you and you're right about everything, and everyone with a different opinion is very wrong, and it's very polarizing, right? So I do think it's important to maintain friendships, or at least acquaintances, with people who have different opinions, assuming they are respectful, right? You somebody who's gonna scream and yell that you are wrong and use names is not respectful, right? That's not a thing. But yeah, I maintain a lot of friendships with people that we have very different views, right? So anyway, and I hope that other people do that. Whoa, hi, soapbox! It got real high. I gotta get down, and the air was thin up there on my soapbox. I got so high on it. All right, guys. So somebody recently reminded me about the CBD oil, and we talked about it like just real briefly yesterday. And I said I was going to try it again because I was having a lot of anxiety. So I took one yesterday, and mine's a really, really, really low dosage. Robin says, why does this sound like there's something happening currently? No. That's just like a worldview. That's not something, I mean, are my dad and I constantly having disagreements on things? Absolutely. And has it become more prominent in my Facebook feed? Sure, because, you know, these are polarizing times, right? When it with respect to politics, masks, science, all of it, right? Vaccines and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's on my mind because of that. But no, I don't have any like current. I didn't like come from a Facebook fight or anything, if that's what you mean. Anyway, the CBD oil. So I took another one yesterday because I was having like extreme anxiety in the afternoon. I don't know that it helped, but I will say, when I bought them, the gal I bought them from said, this is the low dosage. So she's like, there's a very good chance you will not feel anything and it will not help. You may need to take 2. So I'm thinking next time I'm going to take 2. I don't know, like, right. Like I did eventually feel better, but I don't know if it was because I got outside and also, with the country. Yeah. There's a lot going on with the country right now. And I don't, you know what, I don't want like to bring that in here, but, yeah, so I'll next time I feel like I need it, I'm going to try a dosage of 2 and I'll let you know how I feel. I've got lipstick running up my face. That's sexy. So sexy. Somebody said they liked my mouth recently, so thanks for that. I appreciate that. And I mean that. Oh, you can tell because I drank from my cup and it like made a little Joker smile. Okay, hi. What I have a couple notes. Not really great ones, but oh, you guys, so Thursdays, as you know, are my grocery day, right? So we have groceries delivered on Thursdays. I know it's Friday again, Tracy. Is that crazy? Although I'm not gonna lie, this week has felt a little bit long to me, and May has felt a little bit long to me. May feels a lot like March. What's the oil? It's just I ordered a CBD oil. Let's see if I might have it on me still. Let's see. Yeah, I do. So I ordered this CBD oil. It was recommended to me by several people, this particular company. And I actually talked to the woman who owns the store, and she made me feel good about it. I don't know, it's not focusing. Anyway, I don't have any affiliation with them other than I'm trying it. And so she had me try the soft gels, because I said I was having trouble with anxiety and sleeping. So anyway, but I tried the lowest dosage, and she said that probably wouldn't work, but I didn't want to try on a high dosage and then like feel not good. Does that make sense? So anyway, we'll see. I'll try 2 next time. Anyway, so Thursdays are grocery days and we use Instacart, which is not new to me. We've been using Instacart for years. I didn't use it exclusively before, but I used it regularly. So I have a lot of experience with Instacart. I've never had like a truly bad experience with this Instacart. I highly recommend them to everyone. I'll give you a link if you want. I think I can give you a coupon. Let me see. I love them. I do overall, but I had my first like really unpleasant delivery yesterday, which I wasn't thrilled about. So the guy started shopping way before my time, because you can see when they start shopping, it tells you, right? And I thought that was a little weird, but some of them have like legitimate like refrigerators in their cars, right? Like the coolers that are plugged in and stay cold. So, and I've had that happen before, and my stuff has come and it's been perfect. And so I was like, okay, well, I don't love that, but you know, maybe he's got a refrigerator in his car, and you know, that's why it's so far ahead of time, right? Sorry, I'm just looking to see if I can give you a coupon. So that was the first thing. And then anytime somebody starts shopping, I always send them a message like, hey, I'm available if you have any questions about substitutions. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So you can get, if you are a new customer, here, this is a $10 coupon. So it's $10 off your first order. There you go. I just put it in the comments. Anyway, and I will say, I overall love the service. I'm not going to stop using it. This is my first, I've been using the service for at least 3 years, maybe more. We got on board almost immediately when it opened, and this is my first bad experience in probably 100 plus shops. So, I mean, I've had ones that weren't like the best ever, but I've also had ones that were amazing. Like the first week of the whole pandemic shutdown thing, like you couldn't get bread anywhere. And I had a guy go, because we were just chatting on the chat thing, and he asked, you know, if I had kids, and I said I have 5 kids, and he's like, oh, you really need bread. And there was none at the store. And he went to other stores and got, like, which is so not something he has to do, right? It's not at all. And he could have just put that it was out of stock. And he went to other stores. And then he wouldn't let me, because he had to go outside of the app to do it, he had to spend his own money. And he wouldn't let me pay him back for the bread. So, I mean, like, I've had phenomenal deliverers. And then I've had, you know, some that are middle ground, but this is my first crummy one. Anyway, so he started shopping really early. Then I sent the message. He didn't respond. I sent a second message. He didn't respond, which, I mean, you don't have to, but it's just like kind of a courtesy kind of, I think. Even if they just say thanks, you know, acknowledge it, right? And then he gave me some weird substitutions that were just didn't really make a whole lot of sense, but they were fine. They're stuff I'll eat, and it's, you know, not a big deal to me. None of those things were a huge deal, right? None of those things would have made me lower his star. None of those things would have made me lower my tip. I'm a very generous tipper. The thing that killed me was he used pallets, which a lot of them do. It's fine, like the cardboard pallets. But they were just basically dumped on my front porch in a complete disarray. The eggs were tipped upside down. 4 of them were broken. My bread and like all the cold stuff was completely mixed with the warm stuff. My raw stuff was mixed with my ready to eat stuff. Like the apples were up against raw chicken. Like, oh, anyway. So I had to give my first low rating, and I lowered his tip. I didn't give a 0 tip because I still can't bring myself to do that. But, I don't know. I was kind of bummed about that to get my first one. But again, like I said, out of all my shops, like this is the first one, and it's been 3 years. So I'm not trying to discourage you, but it was kind of a bummer. So Instacart is something that sends a shopper to the store for you, or the store employee. So Amber, Instacart is, they send a shopper to the store for you. So Instacart in my area has like, I think 7 or 8 different stores they'll shop at. You go on the app, you make your list of your groceries from that store. It tells you on the app if it's in stock at that moment. So it's not real time. I mean, it's real time in that moment, but it's not obviously real time for when they shop. So there could still be some things. They'll give you like suggestions for swaps in case that's, you know, your items are out. And then you choose a time frame when you want it delivered. Usually it's between 1 and 2 or 2 and 3 or whatever. Good morning, Miss Linda. And then right before it's time for your time, it'll say, oh, we found a shopper for you. And then it'll say, okay, your shopper has started. Do you want to chat with them? And that's when I usually say, hey, hi, I'm April. Let me know if you have any questions, whatever. Yeah, and then they do the shopping and they deliver the food. So, and like I said, I've overwhelmingly had a great experience. But this was a bummer. It was my first, like, not great experience. But I don't want to turn anyone off from it, because I do think it's an amazing service and I love it. And it allows me to stay quarantined, right? Like, and I'm a high risk person, so that's a big deal for me. That's huge. So, and in my area, they do Publix, Costco, Sam's Club, Sprouts, Fresh Market, Aldi, what else? Target. Did I say Target? Yeah. Yes, and when if there's changes needed, you get a text and you can approve it or disapprove it. Like, they don't like randomly send stuff. So yeah, it's a great service. It really is a wonderful service. The one thing I will warn is when you're shopping, at the top of the thing, let me see if I can show you even. I'll show you the app, because I have no affiliation with them, by the way. I just really do love this service. But I will say some stores, and it depends on your region, not the store, upcharge, right? So what you want to do is, so I typically buy from Aldi, because if you can see right under here, I don't know if it's focusing, but what it says right under here, under the Aldi thing, is everyday store prices, which means they don't upcharge their prices anymore. So for us, I found in our area, and this is not true for every area, it's store by store, is Publix upcharges a pretty significant amount. Costco upcharges huge. Sam's Club is a small upcharge. Aldi has no upcharge. So yeah. And you know what? Sometimes I buy from the stores that have an upcharge, and that's fine. I just be aware of it, right? Like, it's just something you want to be aware of. But like, yeah, we order from Publix probably once a month because they have the yogurt my kids really love. So I'll stock up on it once a month, and they have like a better selection of sodas, and we do sodas for, you know, our Friday night treats. So yeah. Anyway, if you guys want, there's a $10 coupon in the upcharge. So like, they upcharge everything in their store has like a slightly higher price. So, you know, if you bought eggs for, I don't even know what eggs cost off the top of my head, but if you bought a carton of eggs for $4 at the store, it might be $4.25 in the app. But it discloses that, right? Like, you just have to look under the thing and it'll say like slightly higher prices, or, same as in-store prices, or, you know, whatever. And then, it's Memorial Day weekend. You're right. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Hi, Carrie. So yeah. Anyway, I just popped the coupon back in the comments again in case anybody wants that. Again, I don't have any affiliation with them other than I like the service. And I think it's impressive that I've gone like three years of their service with, this is my first bad delivery. And you know what? Like, bad is relative, right? Like, I still got my food. It was kind of a mess, but I you know, I lost 4 eggs and I lost 2 things of ice cream because they were liquid. Oh, that was the other thing. So he obviously didn't have a refrigerator in his car, so my frozen stuff was not frozen. Thankfully, the poultry and whatnot was still cold enough that I was fine. But Robin says, have you ever tried Shipt? I have not tried Shipt. I have not, because I don't have a good reason. I have a membership to Instacart, so you can do Instacart as a one-off and you'll pay a small fee. Hello, you beautiful human. Aw, Carrie, I love you. Or you can do the yearly membership, and I do the yearly membership. So, and then you don't get delivery fees. You just pay tip. Thanks, Mom. I washed it. Mom likes my hair. It's kind of big. It's getting real big and fuzzy. Weather here in Florida. Jackie says the weather in Florida is beautiful. I'm going to go with the weather is hot and uncomfortable personally, but that's okay. All right, what else have we got here? I wrote, these are my notes, ready? I wrote Cantina Night, Repotting Garden, and Shitty Instacart. Which Instacart is not shitty. It just was how I wrote my reminder. Okay, my hair is actually driving me kind of nuts, so I'm going to do this. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. Okay, Cantina Night. Guys, it's Cantina Night. Who's celebrating Cantina Night? Anybody? Does anybody do it with us? So for those who don't know, Cantina Night is what we call Friday nights with my kids. And so we kind of, like I've said before, I'm a bit of a schedule freak. Schedule's not right. Schedule's not the right word, but Mom wants me to do keratin on her hair when she comes up. I don't know about that, Mom. Do you trust me? Do you trust me that much? What was I gonna say? Yeah, so on Friday nights, consistency, routine. That's the word I'm looking for. Routine and tradition. I love routine and tradition. So Friday nights, I try to get off a little bit early. It doesn't always happen. I try to get off a little bit early, and we set up outside, and we have our speaker, and we put our chairs in kind of a semicircle, and we eat dinner outside, and the kids are each allowed to have a soda, and I try to do a theme for the food. It doesn't always happen, but try to do a theme for the food. I have no idea what we're doing tonight. I have not thought that through at all. I was hoping to get some good frozen pizzas, and they were all out at the grocery store, so I didn't get frozen pizza, which probably is better now since everything was thawed. Those pizzas, I don't know how they would have fared, but so I don't know, maybe we'll do homemade pizza. I don't know, that's a lot of work though for a Friday night. Anyway, and then after we eat outside, and we bring out cornhole, and the kids usually do a little dancing. My kids don't really have great rhythm, so I don't know what I want to call it, true dancing, but then we just do a family movie night. So I do not know what we're gonna watch. If anybody has suggestions, let me know. I'd love to know. If you have any, last week we watched Scoob, which was actually a big hit. My kids really liked it. They were kind of on whether we should watch it, but we did, and they watched it. They watched it actually, and then they watched it like 3 more times the next day because we still have, it was like a 24-hour rental or whatever it was. So yeah, that was a good one. So if you need something to watch, Scoob was cute. I don't know what we'll watch though. I just don't know. Yeah, but that's Cantina night, and my kids look forward to it all week long, and it's really special for them. So yeah, I think we might continue doing it after the whole is over. I don't know. We'll see. But like, invite friends on it too. I said repotting the garden, but we actually talked about that yesterday. But I plan on spending all day Saturday and probably a lot of Sunday repotting the garden. I'm hoping this is my last repotting transition. I'm curious, you guys who are gardening, do you do it in pots or Sandlot's a good one. We've watched that one a lot though. It's a very good one though. Are you using pots or are you going straight into the ground? I'm curious. Or if you have some kind of like raised planter bed. I decided to do pots this year because in the past that's what I've had the most success with, but also because I moved to kind of a different area of the yard and I was worried that if they didn't do well, I would want to, you know, rotate or move or something. So they seem to be doing well where they are right now. Michelle said we had round steaks last night instead of shrimp. Ooh, that sounds good. What did we end up doing? Oh, we did burgers and bratwurst last night. It was really good. It was really good. And then I surprised the kids with, I did have a little bit of ice cream in the back of the fridge that was not melted. So we had ice cream, which they were very excited because I told them I didn't have any ice cream. I'm a liar. Okay, let's look at our links super quick, because I think we're running long today. So, first link is recipe of the day, and I chose this one because it's doing real well in Pinterest right now. It's pretty popular in Pinterest. So, it's my Italian beef, which we usually serve on a sandwich, on a roll, with cheese, and then you dip it, and it's delicious. It's doing crazy on Pinterest, which means people are super into it. So that's a good one. I love if you visit the website. That's how I pay my bills and feed my kids and all that fun stuff. So if you pop over there at some point today, that would be super helpful. Also, I don't have stains on my shirt. I might have stains on my shirt, but these are not stains on my shirt. They're just a reflection. Goosebumps 1 and 2. My kids love the Goosebumps movies. They've watched those over and over again too. Also, if you want to super support our family, our page, our I don't know, love for each other. I don't know. That was weird sounding. You can grab our cookbook. Is it payday? Is it payday? Are you going to treat yourself? Get a copy of the cookbook at dinnerhero.com. We have ebooks available that are instant. Go straight to you as soon as you hit pay. That ebook is right there for you. And we also have printed books, which take about a week to ship. And you can also get the combo of both, so you have the printed and the ebook. Oh, yeah. Finding Nemo is a cute one. Yeah, we've watched that one. We've watched... Yep. We've gone through all the Disney movies. Those are good suggestions, so excellent movies. Did Instacart credit you anything? I didn't put in a complaint with Instacart. I just did a low rating, so I could do that. I don't know. I don't think I will. Are you on fire? I am not on fire. Why? Why would I be on fire? You mean because it's hot in here? I have a fan on my feet, and I'm okay. I'll probably turn the AC on after this. Oh, Kimberly bought the cookbook. High five, boo. I'm so glad you did. Okay, and then if you want to join our community, somebody said they had a hard time finding... Oh, sirens. Oh, I don't know. I have my earplugs in, so I actually didn't hear the sirens. Isn't that funny? You guys can hear more than I can. I'm not on fire. We watched the Pokemon film. It was so good. We are, we're kind of movie junkies, so that's why it's kind of hard for us to find movies, new movies to watch. We've been going through all the old 80s movies. We watched Mannequin recently and they loved that one. Anyway, I put the link to the community. Here's our, okay, we've got, so we are almost done with Eureka, the show. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but if you have middle schoolers or even late elementary schoolers, it's a great show to watch as a family. We have it is 5 seasons. And even my 6-year-old really likes it. I don't know that he would have watched it if the other kids weren't excited about it, but it's cute. It's about like a town of geniuses and all the, you know, mishaps they get into. I will say, don't judge it by the very first episode, because the very first episode is cute, but it's the pilot, and they definitely were going a little edgier with the pilot, and so they talk about, you know, like, what are they? Yeah, so, like in the first, I want to say like 15 minutes, somebody mentions like, oh, how's your sex life? And I was like, what? Is this really what we want to watch? after the first episode, nothing like that is ever mentioned again. Like, it's very clean and very family friendly. So I just put a link to that. It streams on Amazon and it's great. We really love it. And we're really sad we're down to like, I think 5 more episodes. So, and then my other link today is this It's Too People-y shirt. Mandy says, I love Eureka. My son loves it so much. Also, he's 11 and huge into science. Isn't it so good? It's so good. It's so good. And the characters are just, you fall in love with them. And I love the show. I've actually seen it before. I watched it years and years ago when it first came out. And then I'm rewatching it with my kids now. And it's just really good. So what was I going to say? Oh, so then there's this It's Too People-y shirt that I just added to my wish list on Amazon because it's always been true for me, but it's like hella true now. So anyway, I thought it was a cute shirt, and it's a V-neck, which I love. I don't know if you've ever noticed, I wear almost exclusively V-necks. I don't know why. It's a thing in my life. I only wear V-neck t-shirts. My hair is so big right now. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I love you. You're awesome. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Happy Memorial Day weekend. I will be on Memorial Day. We don't typically take holidays. not like random holidays. I'll take, Christmas and stuff. But yeah, so I will be here Monday morning. If you are wanting to watch, I'd love to see you. If you're celebrating with your family, that's cool too. Have a great weekend. Grab the cookbook if you have a few extra bucks to spare. And guys, I love you. You're amazing.